together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and today we have a small card. Only 8 games in the MLB, but then we get 2 games in the NHL, 2 games in the NBA to go over. But a quick recap from yesterday before we get into today's card. And I guess yesterday was one of those days where it's like, I guess any day in the black is a good day type of thing. I was up half a unit yesterday. In baseball, split out on the early game. Logan Allen was bad. His overouts was a loser, but the over 14.5 outs for Mike Soroka was a winner. Cardinals Pirates under 7.5. The Cards blanked the Buccos. That was nice there. First 5 run line for the Cubbies does not get there. They lose the first 5 3-1. I believe they lose the full game 5-3. So Cubbies struggling a little bit there. Split out on the Mets game. Team total over 3.5 was a winner, but the full game over 9.5 was a loser. Senga has been unbelievable so far this year. I wonder how many more starts does he have to have like that in order for us to start talking about him in the Cy Young conversation. But that's something to keep in mind as well. But the Mets get the job done. The over does not get there. Wow. I felt really lucky to split out on this game because I lost the first 5 over, but won the full game over with the Dodgers and the Marlins. It was 0-0 at the end of 5. The Dodgers dropped 6 in the 7th, 3 in the 9th. As their 2 big innings. They also put up 1 in the 6th, and then there was 1 in the bottom of the ninth by the Marlins to push the game over. If you got the 10, I got the 9.5, so it won when it was 10-0 Dodgers. They took care of business there. I was lucky to split on that one. That one, my other double up in baseball. My last double up in baseball. Yeah, my last double up in baseball was beautiful, and it was the Red Sox team total over 4.5 and the full game money line. They win 6-4 over the Texas Rangers. So nice little winner there, double winner there. Heartbreaking loss for the Padres at the plus 155 price tag. They had a 1-0 lead. Dylan Cease had a no-hitter, I believe, heading into the 7th inning before Bellinger hit a home run to tie it. They took a 2-run lead in the top of the 8th and then gave up the 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and then the Yankees walked it off in the 10th. That would have been a really nice play to turn my night, like to completely change my night. I would have been coming in here talking about a 3-unit day instead of a half-unit day, but it is what it is. First 5 over 5 pushed with Baltimore and Minnesota, and that was the last baseball play on the card. I believe it was a slight profitable day for me in baseball. I in the NHL went 0-2-1. Was not a good day yesterday. Florida -1 was a loser. Kind of pathetic. The Panthers and is Bobrovsky washed. Coming up next on the NHL. No, I'm just kidding. He just hasn't looked good at all this series. And I pushed the team total over 3 with the Panthers, and then lost the Jets money line. The Winnipeg or the Dallas Stars for the first time in 9 game ones under Peter DeBoer had 1. So there you go. Congratulations, Dallas Stars. I was hoping the Winnipeg Jets were going to take that game 1 and then bet the Stars to win the series, but it is what it is. And then in the NBA, split out on the Celtic game. What the hell happened with the Celtics there? They were, I want to say, up 20 points at one point in that game. I ended up cashing the first half. And then they choked away the full game. So that was really tough to watch. In the other game, though, it was as easy gets. First half, full game, Oklahoma City brought out the belt and whooped that ass. I do think
not Foster effect, Nick.
Yeah, I do think the Nuggets bounce back potentially in Game 3. After you get blown out like that, I expect a response for Denver, maybe a first quarter, first half type of play for them in Game 3.
Just wait for them to announce who's reffing the game first, because Nikola Jokic was fouled out in the third quarter. So just keep an eye on that, because if it's Scott Foster, then no, Denver's screwed.
Yeah. But overall, a slight profitable day there for me. Can't complain. There.
It was a slight negative day on the site. We split out on the NBA, as you mentioned, because we had the Celtics and the Thunder. Unfortunately, the wrong 1-1. It is what it is. Cubbies, I thought they would bounce back. Didn't do it. Athletics blew a 5-0 lead and lost. That would have been a nice little bit of plus money. Anyways, Mets run line was a winner. The over in the Dodger game was a winner. The Boston Red Sox run line was a winner. The Reds run line was a loser. The under in the White Sox game was a winner. The over in the Orioles game was not, and then the Winnipeg Jets were not. Ended up being a down day, but hey, final day for you. Let's have a winning day to end it out.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, I'll let you go to the chat, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. We do have the baseball contest still running. Leafs, yeah, the Leafs. By the way, the system play is in effect for Game 3. First period full game with the Panthers down 2-0 heading home. It's a system play for me, and I think the only team it lost with, go figure, the only team that lost Game 3 last year in the first round, down 2-0 at home, Senators.
Ha.
It's the only. So yeah. What's good, Papa? What is good? What's good?
Hi. Hold on. Just got out of the surgery. Hope you're doing well. I know you're laid up on the couch right now, and we're sorry that we're the best that you could watch, but it's good to have you here. Hope you're doing better. Hopefully we could see you soon. Anyways.
Yeah. So the Leafs were supposed to lose in 5, but have already won 2 games. Yeah. I was wrong. It's unfortunate. Hopefully the Mets win the World Series to balance this out, but I'm going to have to watch Saquon win a Super Bowl with the Eagles and Tavares win a cup with the Leafs. So the Mets better win the World Series to balance out the pain of that. So it is what it is. 9-3 yesterday, since we don't care. LMAO, he's back. I will bless y'all with submitting the most obvious bet today that I have the most money on. You can keep okay, cool. This guy complained about the contest being rigged. Okay. All right. Cool. Yep. Yeah, I'm not getting into that drama. Well, yeah. Yeah. Why you? Okay, cool. Good. I think the Panthers win Game 3, so I'm staying off. Fair. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Tim. How are you guys? Astros got done. Yeah, they did get the win last night. Or yesterday, yeah. What time is the contest tomorrow? The contest has been going since the 1st.
Yeah, Brad, it don't matter at this point. If you either join it or don't join it, you're good.
Yeah. Good luck today, my peoples. What's good stuff? Gio, ready to get into some baseball?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I was looking at this card and it's, I mean, it feels like the MLB knew this is my last show because it gave me so many fun matchups to talk about. And let's talk about it here. We have Dean Kramer. Oh, it's taking on it's Bailey Ober now. It's not Joe Ryan, which that sucks because I mean it sucks for if you wanted to back that, but line opened up 145. It didn't really change though. It's still 145. Line opened up at an 8 minus 110. It did move down to an 8. I'm assuming after the pitching change was announced, and then it went up to an 8 minus 120 from minus 110. So move towards the over there. No move on the side. 75% ticket, 69% cash is on the Twins. 92 and 88 is on the over. But the question is, how much of that came in with Joe Ryan as the listed starter compared to Bailey Ober? Dean Kramer's been bad. 5.73 ERA, 1.38 WHIP, 5.26 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%, 2.15 walks per nine, a 286 BABIP, a 5.11 FIP, and a 4.81 SIERA. On the flip side, I've got to switch this over to Bailey Ober because I have Dean Kramer listed, not Dean Kramer, Joe Ryan listed there. It'll be Bailey, if I can type without it being caps lock, that would be cool. Bailey Ober. Here we go. We got good old Bailey Ober so far this year with a 3.72 ERA, 1.34 WHIP, 7.22 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 1.86 walks per nine, a 322 BABIP, a 3.84 FIP, and a 4.14 SIERA. Bullpen edge is a significant one towards the Minnesota Twins. Hitting edge goes towards Baltimore, who are hitting righties pretty well. 117 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 100, which is 18th. So for me, this feels pretty simple. It's my last opportunity to do so. I am backing the first 5 over in this game. First 5 over for me in this spot. This line has moved up, I believe, since the pitching change. And I can get minus 105 over on DraftKings. For me, I have an opportunity to fade Dean Kramer, which I'm not a fan of, and he has been bad this year. One thing that's kind of caught my attention, though, is the bullpen's been bad for the Orioles as well as of late, too. They are graded out to be one of the worst bullpens on the card. Granted, the Rockies are on the card, and the Orioles bullpen grades out actually actually slightly better. The Rockies bullpen is, I believe, the worst graded one on the card, and then the Angels as well. But the Baltimore bullpen, their FIP is the third highest on the card. It's pretty bad. But yeah, for me, it's the first 5 over, 4.5 minus 105.
You already know where we're going. And Kramer was a guy that I used to bet all the time. Last year, he was one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball. This year, he's not been good. He's pitched 7 times, and he's allowed at least 5 earned runs in 4 of them. It's not really a fun spot for betting Kramer this year. Not to mention, I believe the Orioles are not good in his starts. They're only 3 and 4 in his starts, but you take a look at the losses in those games: 7-0, 7-0, 9-0, 8-2. Not fun. Even one of his wins was a 9-5 win where he allowed 5 earned runs. And Bailey Ober has been good this year. His ERA, once again, I feel like he's another one of those guys. His ERA is inflated because his opening start, he allowed 8 earned runs in 2 2/3. Since then, in 6 starts, he's allowed 8 earned runs. So he has turned around his season. Although I am taking the over with you, over 8 at minus 120. And we'll roll with that to start off the card.
Yeah. One thing I have noticed with Dean Kramer, though, is where has he been bad, Tim?
Probably on the road.
Indeed. He's been much worse on the road than he has at home. He got lit up in Toronto.
Yeah, he's only allowed 1 earned run at home compared to math in my head.
He gave up 5 earned runs in Detroit, 5 earned runs in Washington, 6 in Arizona, 2 in Kansas City, but he gave up 8 hits in that game and only went 4 1/3, and 5 earned runs against Toronto. He only pitches well in Baltimore.
Yep.
So I that's enough for me. I'm leaning Twins team total here as well. If I am betting anything like sidewise, it'd be a Twins team total. I'm not going to lay minus 145 on them, even though I do think they complete the sweep here. But yeah, and I know a couple of weeks ago, if you would have asked who's the most disappointing team in baseball, it's the Atlanta Braves. Is it the Baltimore Orioles now?
Yep, Baltimore is
13 and 22, 5 and 13 on the road.
Yep. Hey, I give you credit where credit's due, Nick.
What's wrong with this team?
You were right. They are not good this year. I know. I have to tell you that every single day. But you were right. I was wrong. The Orioles suck.
Okay.
Brad's been confused. Yes, the link is in the contest link is always in the chat, and it's always in the description. So, I will answer it. Cool. Hey guys, very proud of you on your ESP shows. Glad to be your favorite fan. It's always been enjoyable to watch you both and do something you both take pride in. Yeah, it has been an amazing 3.5 years of ESP with Nick, and it'll definitely not be the same. Minnesota run line and the over. I kind of agree with the Minnesota run line.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'm on the over.
Feeling.
W Dad, I speak for me as your fan, as all your fans. Good luck on your journey, Nick. Love you both. Mr. Earle needs to become a special guest one day. I'll see if I can't get my dad on a show one day for sure. O's game first 5 over. Yes. Is this Nick official last show today? Yes.
Yes.
It is officially his last show today. Morning, gentlemen. Is Astros playing today or tomorrow? I don't know. Look it up. I'm kidding. They do not play today. They play tomorrow. Twins run line. Dean Kramer day. Another Nerfy. Nerfy with Dean Kramer.
Not on the road.
Yeah, not on the road. At home, yes. On the road, no. Nick loves shitting on the O's. He does.
Oh yeah, it's been fun.
Who exactly are the O's selling if they aren't playoff bound this year? Cedric Mullins, Ryan O'Hearn,
and Ryan Mountcastle.
Yeah. I don't really see them getting rid of anybody else.
Maybe Yair Cano or Felix Batista, because bullpen is always sellable.
It is. Bullpen's always sellable. Nick not found of the DMV.
Not really.
Contest tutorial link in the chat as well. Nick can always come back to ESB. It's not goodbye forever. We kind of hope it is, because if it's not, that means something went wrong with his film stuff. So no offense, Nick. We kind of hope it's goodbye forever because we want you to do good out there. Panthers to win the series is even more appealing now. No, thank you. Hello, Nick. Make some great XXX films in the business. You heard him, Nick.
I'm so glad my family's watching this.
Kind of sad. 3+ years of watching you guys. It's been great. We appreciate it, Coyote. 100%. Mike Glennon. Yes, the Mike Glennon days. I think I've been here 3 years for sure. Last 2. For sure, last 2. I got you. Who won the NHL? We're still in the middle of it. Last night was the Leafs.
Last night was the Stars and the Leafs. Which, here, right, Tim? The Leafs are up 2-0 in this series as we head back to Florida.
Yeah.
What are the odds for the Panthers to win the series?
Plus 150.
Okay, plus 190. Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, in the first round, it was the best I found on that was plus 375 for Edmonton. Like,
because these teams are actually good.
And then down 1-0 in the series, the Capitals are already 3-1.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Welcome to the show. When I see Nick Earle credited in sports films, I could say, hey, I know that guy. I've been here since 1.4K subs, 5+ years. I will say that's impossible to be here 5+ years because we started in 2021. Yeah. We started basically 2022, so it's impossible, but we do appreciate it. And trust me, 1.4K subs was not 5+ years ago. I trust Panthers more than Celtics or Cavs who are down 2. No, yeah, I
agree. I do agree with that.
Although,
also, you look at the odds behind it, I think that's about right as well.
Yeah. I'm forever in debt to y'all for getting me off those parlays when I first found the channel. I know y'all got to remember coming in with the 4-5 legger and y'all like the legs, but we're against the parlays.
We kept advocating.
We're all for making money. That's the whole thing. Is we're here to make money. The best way to do is get rid of those parlays, just because Panthers aren't going home. All right. Yeah, no, because the Panthers are going home.
I wanted to bet the Panthers to win the series, but plus 190. Now if I can get maybe in the 200 somewhere, that's just on DraftKings, the plus 190. If I can get 200 somewhere, then I'm interested in the Panthers to win the series. I don't know if it's worth it taking the Panthers to win the series down 2-1 at plus 190. Like, it just doesn't seem worth it.
That's fair. Let's keep rolling with the baseball card, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Boston Red Sox taking on the Texas Rangers. We have the Red Sox around 140 favorites. So we're seeing 150 favorites now. Total of 9. It opened up at a 9.5 down to the 9. And it opened up at minus 140. It's now 150. So it moved towards the over in this one there. 71% of tickets and 68% of the cash is on the Red Sox. And the line's moving pretty heavily towards them. And then 91% of the tickets and 92% cash on the over, yet this line's dropping. I'm kind of interested in the under in this game. I like Brian Bayo, and you know how I feel about Jack Leiter, especially. I thought he was going to be better coming into this year. And he was better coming into this year until he went on the IL with the what was it? It was a finger injury. He had, damn it, what were they?
Blisters?
It was blisters, thank you. He had blisters on his finger, and they sat him down for a couple weeks to get those under control. And since then, he's not looked as good. Like, if you look at what his numbers were previous to the injury to after the injury, he's definitely taken a step down. 4.58 ERA, 1.30 WHIP, 7.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 3.57 walks per nine, a 275 BABIP, a 403 FIP, and a 4.35 SIERA. On the flip side, Brian Bayo, 2.55 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, 6.11 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%. 3.57 walks per nine, a 224 BABIP, a 5.44 FIP, and a 4.33 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Boston. Hitting edge, Boston, 107 WRC plus, which is 13th compared to 88, which is 25th. It's Boston or no bet. It's just the one thing I'm kind of worried about is Brian Bayo's advanced metrics catching up to him a little bit. Now, are the Rangers that team to take advantage of it? I don't think so. Their offense has not been good. We've seen Marcus Semien look old. We've seen Adolis Garcia regress. They've already sent down Jake Berger. They've already sent down who was the other one they sent down? Evan Carter, and they sent down one other guy. And they Lordy Tavares. They put him on waivers.
He was already claimed by Seattle.
Somebody else claimed him. Wow. Which makes sense. I mean, he's a decent player that's only making, I think, $4 million the rest of the year. So his contract wasn't that expensive. So that's something to keep in mind as well. For me, I would only play Boston -1 in this game. That'd be the only way I would look in this one. I think the Red Sox can get the Jack Leiter. But do I really want to force action here and force the -1 in this spot? What would the -1 be? It would be -145 plus 140. So even money on the Red Sox -1. That's my lean in this game. I don't think I'm pulling the trigger on it, but it would be Red Sox -1 or nothing.
I'm going to pull the trigger on it. Brian Bayo was one of the players, I believe last year we were super high on. He made us a decent chunk of money. 14-8 with a 4.49 ERA last year. I know that he was one of the more profitable pitchers in baseball just because whenever he did pitch, they were winning games and gave him run support. They've already started this year. And there's 3 starts, an 8-3 win, a 13-3 win, and a 6-1 win. So he's getting run support, and he's pitching good through 5 to 6, almost 7 innings a game. I can get run line at plus 145. I want to back Brian Bayo here, who has been just a money maker for us the last year and a half.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Red Sox here a little bit. I want to look over a few things first, but I think I'm interested enough in the Red Sox to pull the trigger on the -1 line here.
Yep.
And I'm going to over on BetMGM, even money, Red Sox -1 for me.
Nick, how long have you actually been sports betting?
Well, like I signed up for sports betting, like my first sports book during the summer of 2021. But previous to that, we did DraftKings daily fantasy for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing it a while, between daily fantasy and actual sports betting. I want to say since I was 18 years old. So 7 years.
There you go. What time does the NHL start? 7 o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock.
Rangers money line. I'm gonna use the NHL boost on MGM if they give one out this week on the app.
On Florida to win the series. That makes sense.
Boston -1.5 plus 135. Can we tell how much the target goal is? Oh, I'll set that up. I'll set that up for you. Get Nick to dance one more time. Nick, are you able to read chat for a minute?
Boston run line. Yep, I'm on the same page there. Boston. Glad to have found the Bros actual YouTube channel years ago when I saw them on Picks and Parleys, LO, because of Nick's hockey stuff. Yeah, that was really the breakthrough of this channel was Total Chaos with Allie Burns. So yeah, that was that was how really this channel blew up, was because of that, because we were doing okay before that. I think we joined Picks and Parleys at 300 subscribers.
Yep.
Yes, maybe I might force a couple extra plays. Yeah, I got you. Did we talk the doubleheader yet? No, we'll be talking game 1 of the doubleheader, not game 2 though. Wow, your biggest supporter. Yeah, your biggest supporter doesn't come on one of the last days. Yeah, exactly. Nick gonna work at the Lenovo Center. That'd be awesome. That'd be so much fun. I think I'm gonna focus more on. I want to work more with baseball, but I have a feeling my first my intro into it will be football season with ECU. That would be my guess is how I'm going to get started with it. But no guarantees on that and all that. So yeah. Definitely would not have been more frequent on -300 phase, especially in hockey, if not for the crazy psychopath Nick Earle, LOL Coyote, and Blackhawks money lines. Good times. Yeah, good times. Yeah, there'll be plenty more Blackhawk money lines, right? Hello, what time is it? Yeah, exactly. Marco says he's on Cleveland and the Warriors.
Shocker.
Shout out to Allie, yes. Go Yotes. I want to see with the Utah Mammoth. I want to see them do their alternative logo to be a mammoth with like this type of color scheme. Like I want them to use the old Coyote thing for their alternate. And I think I saw like a sketch on Twitter for it that I would love to see them have it as their alternate logo. I would have to find it, but yeah. Moving on. Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals, -245 for the Royals, total of 8.5 in this game. We have Chris Bubik taking on Davis Martin. This line opened up 230. It's now 234. So we have a slight move towards the Royals. Line opened up at an 8, -120. It's now 8.5, -113. So we'll move towards the over here as well. We have 87% of tickets and 79% of cashes on the Royals. 61 and 57 on the over in this one here. Davis Martin, 3.52 ERA, 1.36 whip, 6.1 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 2.58 walks per 9, a 3.05 BABIP, but 4.5 FIP on a 4.35 Sierra. On the flip side, Chris Bubik's been awesome this year. They took him out of the bullpen. They put him as a starter, and he's looked good. 1.98 ERA, 1.12 whip, 7.87 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 2.85 walks per nine, 277 BABIP, a 2.84 FIP, and a 3.69 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Royals. Hitting edge, Royals. 87 WRC plus, which is 26th in baseball, compared to 71, which is 24th in baseball for the White Sox. Not a game I have particularly too much interest in. Probably be smalling towards the under, but not anything I'm looking to get involved with. I don't really trust Davis Martin for that. But on the flip side, do you really trust the Royals offense to put up any runs here in this spot? And that could easily be an answer of no as well. But for me, it's a pass. There's a couple games I don't really care for, but there's a few spots I do.
Cow?
No.
Okay.
No,
that makes this game even easier. It's under or nothing. It's the Royals have just been a heavy under team. Once again, you looked at it yesterday. They won 2-1. Why did they win 2-1, Nick? Did you see who scored the 2 runs for the Royals?
Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt, 2-run shot. That was it. That's the entire offense is Bobby Witt. They've won 5 games in a row, 4 out of the 5 going underneath the total. This has been a heavy, 12, 25, and 1 towards the under this year. And you know what? I am going to attack it. I am going to take the under. This is a Royals team that can't hit besides Bobby Witt. And this is a White Sox team that's the White Sox. So I just don't see them hitting either. Give me the under. Both offenses suck.
Yeah, I can understand the argument for the under. I mean, the better of the two offenses has an 87 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching this year. The Royals, and I said this during the AL Central preview show, the Royals were not a team that I was very high on. I said they're a Bobby Witt injury away from having a bottom 10 offense in baseball. They have a bottom 10 offense in baseball with Bobby Witt Jr. in the lineup.
Yeah.
Like, they could be White Sox level bad offensively if they lose Bobby Witt. And I don't think
you're not wrong.
I don't think you're far-fetched there. Granted, Bobby Witt's still fine and he's still playing really well. But if they were ever to lose him, they are done. They are done without him.
I agree.
So for me, it would be under or no bet. That's the only way you can look with Royals games these days. Would be an under or no bet.
I did go ahead and grab the under. Under 8.5 minus 105.
Yeah.
Go Yotes. By the way, Nick, I would text Allie, tell her that it's your last show today.
Yeah.
Last day, cash cow. Nope, not quite.
No, it's moved 3 cents. It's only moved 3 cents.
Yeah, there you go. So close. Royals run line. Gonna miss the fun, Nick. Name the show had for the players.
The fun nicknames.
Oh, yeah. Martin, Beach Ball, Jones, Soft Toss, Montoss, and of course, Dick Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Could never. Definitely. Dick Mountain's great.
I still know one of my favorites.
What?
Michael Waka, 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 Waka.
And then we have another one coming up the 2 games from now that we'll talk
about.
Jesus Lizard pitches today. And then also there's a good old Mitch Helen Keller. That's a good one right there.
Oh, also today, Nick Lodolo
as well. So, there's a few good ones. And here's the thing.
On P. Fatty.
I think within the next couple days, I will make the new channel that is baseball from a non-betting perspective. Tim and I have to come up with a name for the new channel. If you guys in the chat want to help contribute to that, what should be the name of the new channel, which is baseball talk from a non-gambling perspective, because I can't talk gambling anymore because of the profession I want to go into. Yep. But I still want to talk baseball. And I have a lot of video ideas that I have. I obviously we're going to do power rankings every single Monday. I think, or at least once a week. Maybe it's not every Monday, but it'll be at least once a week, or it'll be exactly once a week. Power rankings. And then I want to look at I want to do an Orioles video. I want to do a video of ageless wonders a little bit there of players that are 35 plus that are still defying the odds, like Aroldis Chapman throwing 104 mile an hour fastballs. We're gonna do prospect videos as well of like players getting called up for their first start. So let us know in the comment section there. What do you think would be a good name for the new channel?
And I want to include all sports, but I know baseball is going to be the main focus.
Baseball is going to be like the thumbnail, or not the thumbnail, the logo and everything there. Baseball will be associated with that.
White Sox have the most losses by one over the last 2 to 3 years. I heard someone told me. Save the Frogs.
Save the Frogs. What?
You're gonna have to spell that one out to me like I'm 4 years old. $3 tickets.
There you go.
AL Central holds 3 out of the top 4 teams in the AL, right? Just like the NL West. 1-800-CLIP. Suppness Lex. It has to be 2 really bad teams. True. Plus 9,000 parlay killed by the Oakland Nerfy. Oof. I like Chicago White Sox first 5 as a look, but Dean Martin is meh. I like the other starters, Cannon, Burke, and the other guy. Yeah. Dick Mountain, Rich Hill. Hard to take Nerfies in Oakland games. True. Touching bases with the Earls. Earl's on deck. Earl Sports Talk. Earl Dugout Talk. Earl Extra Innings. I like to call him DJ Waka now. Waka. Anyways, call the show Pitch Perfect. I don't think we can. Make a $1 flip parlay, Nick, and show it to us on your last day.
All right. Yeah, good.
Moneyball.
I'll do that. I'll do that at the end of. Yeah, I think Moneyball might be copyrighted though.
Rich Hill, Dick Mountain. All right, Nick. I think we should do something for the doubleheader today.
What, are you thinking about taking the Rockies both games?
I am.
Oh, you are disgusting. Maybe. Let's talk about it here. We have the Detroit Tigers taking on the Colorado Rockies. We have the 23-13 Detroit Tigers taking on the 6-29 Colorado Rockies. 6-29. To give you an idea, that's worse than the White Sox last year. Which actually the White Sox are off to a 10. They were off to a 10-26 start in their first 36 games. They did lose yesterday, which was 2 games better than they were last year. So improvements.
Good job.
Yeah.
Upgrades, people.
Upgrades. Line opened up at 175. It's now 174 for the Tigers. So we have a 1 cent line moving here towards the Rockies. Line opened up at a 10 at even money. It's now 10 at minus 101. Eventually, the Rockies got to win a baseball game, right? 93% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Tigers. The line is moving against them by a penny, 80 and 80 on the over. And this one here, Kyle Freeland taking on Casey Mize. Now, this is a tricky spot for me because starting pitcher-wise, I know this is going to sound weird. My numbers like Kyle Freeland a little bit more than they like Casey Mize.
Interesting.
And let me elaborate there. Casey Mize, a 2.7 ERA, a 1.09 whip, 6.63 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 2.21 walks per 9, a 240 BABIP, a 4.45 FIP, and a 4.14 SIERA. On the flip side, Kyle Freeland, 5.7 ERA, 1.46 whip, obviously really bad, 6.94 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 1.49 walks per 9, a 358 BABIP, a 3.17 FIP, and a 3.62 SIERA. If you look at FIP and SIERA, it's a significant edge towards Kyle Freeland. 3.17 compared to a 4.45, a 3.62 compared to a 4.14. The bullpen edge, Tigers. The hitting edge, Tigers. 125 WRC plus, which is 4th, compared to a 63, which is dead last in baseball. If I want the Rockies, I'm cutting this game down. Pretty plain and simple. I'm only looking first 5 here in this spot with the Rockies. And I think I'm going to move on the Rockies here in this one. First 5 at plus 130 over on BetMGM. I am going to move on them there. This is a higher total, so I'm just going to go straight money line rather than plus a half at minus 110. Because this is a 9.5, 10 range actually now. This total, I think I typed it in wrong because I typed in 8.5. It was a 9.5. So I'm going to back the Rockies in the first 5 innings here at plus 130. Is the way I'm going to approach this game, and that's the only way I can approach betting the Rockies. Is I need to cut the game down. As much as I think the Rockies are alive potentially to win this game, I cannot and will not trust them for a full 9 innings. So for me, first 5 money line, Rockies.
All right. Hear me out. Rockies, both games. I'm getting plus 165 on game 1, plus 150 on game 2. You know how I bet double headers. If I'm betting a double header, I'm taking both games or I'm taking no games. And because especially when and this is actually the spot that I like even more is that when you get 2 dog, like the home team is the dog both games. I feel like a split works, and I'll take a little bit of profit. I don't think that the Tigers take both games. That's the big key here. I don't think they take both games. So I like the Rockies, and I take them both games. So because I don't want to take them game 1 and then they win game 2, and I'm down money. I take them both games, they win game 2, I'm up, and they lose game 1, I'm still up, and vice versa. If I take them both games, they win game 1, lose game 2, well, I'm still up money. I think they split. So I'm taking them both games.
Fair.
Rocktober, baby. Earle swinging chat. Full count with the Earls. My username on one of my poker apps is the Wolf of Call Street. Ha! That's great. Coyote is a power-hungry child. Okay, we're not going to do that. Don't really care. Didn't I beat you in a contest, a money contest? Probably. Vote doesn't do anything. I didn't donate the money. Then why would I be doing that now? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna keep going through. I'm not gonna deal with Vought. Nick will take one crazy money line bet for his last show.
And that's the Rockies' first 5, I guess.
I'm 18. I'm very young. Yes, I work 2 jobs because I like saving and investing money. This is just for fun and maybe to make some extra.
Yep.
Okay, over. It's Nick's last day. Make it about them, not you for once. Can we still DM on X for stuff like what Nick uses to follow line movement or weather and big? Yeah, you could. He just can't do the show.
I can't do content, and I can't do like post about it because
if you DM him privately, it's probably fine. As long as Nick's not posting anything about it. No way. Oh well, there you go. Tigers -1.5 first 5. No, thank you. Pass. Who are the pitchers for the Rockies these games? It's Kyle Freeland in game 1 and Tanner Gordon in game 2. Hell nah. Tigers money line, Royals money line. Thoughts on UNC baseball today? I know UNC's got NC State this weekend. That's a big series. Because UNC trying to I feel like UNC's pretty safe in the top 8 national seed. NC State's most likely going to be a strong 2 seed. I'm not laying -185 on UNC. Run line's +105. I don't hate it. I don't mind going and looking at the UNC run line. I think this is going to be more of a statement series for UNC, especially at home in Chapel Hill. How'd the Vols pitcher do against the Mets the other day?
I'm trying to remember which Vols pitcher that was.
Was it a starting pitcher or? I don't remember the Mets facing unless it was like.
It was a pitcher that just made his debut lately. And I don't think it was against the Mets. I'm going to look back to see who it was. I'm trying to remember who it was.
I know Dolander's been pretty good this year for the
Dolander was good yesterday. That was one pitcher, but I don't remember who it was, to be completely honest.
I hope the Rockies win. Me too. AAA Rockies. I just wonder how I start shit. I'm not worried. Okay. Jeez. What's up, Dave? Welcome. I didn't even know Coyote was that young. Yes, Coyote. That is Coyote. Let's go on to the next game.
Yeah, we have the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. This is a fun pitching matchup here. As we have Ryan Pepiot taking on Jesus Lizard. We have the Phillies minus 135 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where it opened up with the Phillies as minus 125 favorites. It's now minus 143. So we do have a decent move towards those Philadelphia Phillies. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 115. So 8.5 minus 125. So expecting some runs in this game potentially here with 76% tickets, 79% cash on the over. Line is moving towards set over. And then 81% tickets and 89% cash is coming on the Fighting Phils, and the line's moving towards those Phillies. And this one here, for me, I mean, Luzardo is a bet-on pitcher for me. I think more than a bet-against guy. 1.94 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 10.15 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%. 2.38 walks per nine, a 3.33 BABIP, a 1.91 FIP, and a 3.08 SIERA. Ryan Pepiot struggled, and it looks like his advanced numbers say that this is the exact pitcher he should be right now. 4.23 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, 8.22 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. 3.29 walks per nine, a 2.94 BABIP, a 5.12 FIP, and a 4.12 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Phillies. Hitting edge, Phillies, 110 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 61, which is 27th. I am only looking Phillies in this game, and I think I pulled the trigger on the Phillies here in this spot. Lions move a decent amount towards them. It would be Phillies minus 1 is what it would be in this spot for me. I think I'm going to move on them here in this spot. Minus 145 plus 115. 145, 125 will be the run line, the money line run line. So minus 109 here. I'm going to move on the Phillies on the minus 1 line here. Philly minus 1, minus 109.
I'm not as big on the Phillies, although Jesus Lizard's been great this year and probably one of the best acquisitions of the best trade of the offseason by far. And you look at the games that he's pitched. The Phillies have won 5 out of the 7 that he's pitched in, and the only 2 losses were they were run line losses, but they're extra inning losses. So they were not his fault. He's been a stud. He's been really good. Which is, I'm not going to bet the Phillies. I'm going to bet the under. And the big thing is, I like Pepiot. And Pepiot he's got a 4.23 ERA. He had 1 game where he allowed 6 earned runs. That kind of balloons it a little bit. The last 3 starts, 2 earned runs, 1 earned run, 3 earned runs. And one of them was in Yankee Stadium, which everybody knows about Little League Yankee Stadium. I like the under in this game. I think both pitchers can slow him down because both pitchers go deep into games. Pepiot goes about 6 innings, and then you only have to worry about 3 innings of bullpen. I like the under 8.5 in the Phillies game, Nick.
Yeah, I get it. I think my cap is Luzardo pitches well, but half of it as well is that I think that Pepiot's a little vulnerable in this game. And that's what the markets are telling us as well. With the line moving as much as it has, and this line's gone up as well. The total has gone up. So I do think this would be more of a Philly team total over spot than I would lean towards an under in the game, personally.
That's fine. I didn't know. We already got that one. Sports social books. That is how I bet. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
like
Jesus
Swift.
Day.
Yep, Steak's another one.
Jesus Lizard.
Day.
Pass lean Phillies. Nick, who are the last home run props and anytime goal score props?
If I'm looking at any, I was kind of looking through the starting lineups for today. Trevor Larnach for the Minnesota Twins, I think, is an interesting one. Lefty going up against Dean Kramer. Wilyer Abreu for the Red Sox is someone I would look at. Not really anybody for that Royals game. For the Colorado Rockies, I feel like, he hasn't done much this year, but Ryan McMahon could be one. Or if you want to go for a little bit of a longer shot, Mickey Moniak, I think, is somebody to look at. Kyle Schwarber, I think, is a good look for the Phillies today to hit one off of Pepiot. And then for the other games, I like both Lodolo and Schwellenbach. Maybe that's a TJ Friedl home run or something along those lines. Jake Fraley, I think, has been pretty decent as of late. Maybe today's a Freddie Freeman day or a Max Muncy day. James Outman hit a home run yesterday for the Dodgers. Maybe you look at him as well. I don't know.
There you go.
And then maybe for goal scorers, go back to Svechnikov. I think could be an interesting look as well. And, if you're not looking at McDavid or Draisaitl, I'll look towards Ryan Nugent-Hopkins or Connor Brown.
There you go. Phillies bat away after yesterday's win. I feel like the shoe drops. Nick, I'm getting a phone call. I don't know the number, but I'm going to just answer it because of all the stuff going on. You're back.
Okay. Yep. All right. I'm late, but I know we are fading Kramer away, right? Yes, absolutely. Yep. Spot on. That should be the show name. Ball's going deep. Philly money line. Yeah. Finding value with the Twins. Earls versus Curls baseball. Full count with the payoff pitch. There you go. Full count with the Earls. Svechnikov and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Love it. Yep. But we'll move on. We get the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. Nick Lodolo taking on Spencer Schwellenbach. Line opened up at a 150. It's now 192. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's around still at 7.5 range, juice towards the over. There's some 8s out there as well. We have 65% of tickets and 49% cash on the Braves. The line's moving slightly towards them, or the line's moving dramatically towards them. 86 and 87 is on the over in this one here. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, we have Lodolo, 3.27 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 6.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 1.52 walks per 9, a 248 BABIP, a 408 FIP, and a 3.98 SIERA. On the other side, we have Spencer Schwellenbach, 3.92 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, 8.06 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 1.52 walks per 9, a 283 BABIP, a 3.5 FIP, and a 3.34 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Braves. Hitting edge, Reds, 94 WRC plus, which is 22nd, compared to 71, which is 23rd. Kind of thinking this game's an under a little bit in this spot, with the line really not moving too much. We are seeing some 8s out there. I kind of think this is under the total here between Schwellenbach and Lodolo. You can get 8 minus 150, minus 110 on Fanatics. I think I'm going to move on that here. Give me the under 8 here with Schwellenbach and Lodolo.
Oh, yeah. By the way, that good thing I took that. That was Geico. Yes, under in this game. We're going to take the it's kind of funny how one of the pitchers that we were super, super high on and have Cy Young props was a shortstop in college, in Spencer Schwellenbach.
Nebraska, right?
Yes, I believe it was Nebraska. Doesn't tell me there. But I'm pretty sure it was. Nebraska. Yep. Second round, 59th overall. And he was a shortstop out of college, which is hilarious. But no, Spencer Schwellenbach is a pitcher that we're very, very high on. Obviously, his ERA is 3.95, which is not ideal if we're going to run and try to get Cy Young stuff. He is coming off of getting blown up. 6 runs in 3 2/3. Granted, it was against the Dodgers, so I'm not as concerned. I am taking the under in this game. Under 8. I like the pitching matchup because on the opposite side is Mr. Lodolo, which him and Hunter Green are going to be the big factors in this rotation. And if they both stay healthy, that's going to be a good 1-2 punch.
Did you see what happened in yesterday's game, though? Hunter Green left with an injury.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, I was really bummed to hear that when I saw that post saying that he had left the game with an injury. Hopefully, it's nothing severe. I would have to look for an update on that, but he did leave early yesterday. He pitched really well yesterday, though.
Yes, he pitched well, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Where did you leave off in the chat, Nick?
There we go.
Any thoughts on the Minnesota Wild? Who plays for Minnesota? Minnesota are out. Cincinnati, kind of lean that way. All the Wild are, there you go. Going back to the Nerfy again. I like that. Pass, the under, yes. Braves. I understand the Braves love. I mean, I like Schwellenbach as a pitcher. I like his stuff. He's got nasty he's a nasty pitcher. I can't stand the Reds. They suck at baseball. They stink at baseball. They won yesterday. Probably cash cow. I don't think it is.
No, because there's 65% of the tickets are on the Atlanta Braves. I wouldn't advocate against the Atlanta Braves. I do think probably they're the right side in this game, but they're not a cash cow play per se.
Who is the Minnesota Wild playing? They're not playing anybody. They're out. I don't. Is there like a joke behind this, or this show was also randomly a low-key food debate show? That was Bet One Repeat.
Yeah, and it'll always be a hot dog is a taco. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep going.
A hot dog is a taco. I agree. Thank you, Nick. It's not 8.5. It is not. It's 8 now. Brandon doesn't watch hockey. He does not. Grant Holmes is banned from Nerfy. LOL. The Mets have a Holmes right too. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's messing with us. But either way,
last baseball game.
Yeah, your final baseball game. No, we got 2 more.
By
the way, Nick, you typed up the Pacers game. Pacers play tomorrow.
Is it just one game today?
Yep.
I thought it said today. No.
Nope, tomorrow.
Okay. Heard. We have the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the LA Angels. We have the Blue Jays minus 125 road favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. We get Chris Bassett versus Jose Soriano, a pitching matchup I really like. Line open up at a 120. It's now 129. Line open up 8.5 minus 120. It's down to an 8.5 minus 107. So move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, where we have 74% of tickets, 71% of cash on the over. Lines dropping. We have 71% of tickets and 81% cash on the Blue Jays. Lines moving towards them. Chris Bassett's been awesome this year. 2.95 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 9.76 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 1.59 walks per nine, a 3.24 BABIP, with a 2.89 FIP, and a 3.05 SIERA. On the flip side, Jose Soriano, a pitcher I like. I think he has some good stuff, Jose Soriano, and maybe if I get some time, I want to do potentially a series on the new baseball channel. And maybe this is a off-season type of series of diving into pitchers that I think that could be better than people think. And I think Jose Soriano is one of those pitchers, one that could be one of those underrated type pitchers. Because I do think he has the stuff to be able to be one of those type of pitchers. He has a 3.83 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, 6.98 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 3.6 walks per nine, a 3.22 BABIP, a 3.69 FIP, and a 3.70 Sierra. The bullpen advantage is a significant one towards Toronto. Hitting advantage is a slight one towards LA. 89 WRC plus, which is 24th, compared to 86, which is 27th. I want to back both these pitchers. I do. The line moving down, even though the money's coming in on the tickets and the money are coming on the over, makes me like this even more. I'm getting minus 120 for it over on Bovada. You can also get the same number on DraftKings. I'm taking the first 5 under 4.5, not the full game under, but just the first 5 here in this spot. Why? I don't trust the Angels bullpen. The Angels bullpen, especially since losing Ben Joyce, has fallen apart. Kenley Jansen does not look good. Shocker. He's 40 years old at this point. And this is I just don't know how much I can trust this bullpen here for the Angels for a full game under. I will trust Jose Soriano for a first 5 under though, and both these pitchers are both these teams are below average versus right-handed pitching as well. So for me, this is under first 5, 4.5 for me in the for this one.
Thing is, I'm gonna trust the bullpens, or I'm gonna trust because I like Chris Bassett, and Soriano's been the best pitcher so far this year for the Angels. He had 1 bad start, 2 bad starts, 1 against Cleveland, 1 against Pittsburgh. But I'm not overly worried about him. This is Soriano's a guy that if you're gonna trust anybody from the Angels, it's Soriano. So that's the only guy I would trust.
Here's the problem, though, is you're trusting Angels.
Yeah, that's the big thing is I would have to trust the Angels. I'm not going to touch this game. It's a lean towards the under. It's definitely a lean towards the under. If this was 9, I'd probably take the under. 8.5.
If this is 9, I'd stay off because it would have moved towards the over.
Sure. Well, it's meaning if it opened up at 9 and it was 9 and wasn't 8.5. If it was 8.5, it was 9. I've been saying if Hunter Green adds a pitch or 2 to his arsenal, he would be deadly.
I picked him to win the Cy Young this year.
Yeah, if he stays healthy this year, he could win the Cy Young.
Yes.
He's checking out early. No, he's not. Honorary Earle Terry is not here to confirm the Wild have been eliminated. No, but I will say Terry's one of the people I reached out to do shows with me. Angels first 5 under. Reds money line looking really nice. A plus 170 for Lodolo. I don't hate it. Toronto money line. Don't really think I'm going to lay that on the road. Angels under. Yes. Yeah, it would be going into depth, and it would really help us for batting also.
Yeah.
Would also love to listen and take notes on that type of stuff.
Yeah, I want to break down
analytics and everything. It's not going to be anything with betting.
Nope, nothing betting. I cannot talk betting or anything like that. But if you want a baseball podcast to listen to help you understand the game of baseball better, it's going to be it.
Yeah. Diamond breakdown with the Twins. The thing is, and I've kind of mentioned this to Nick, I want the title of the new channel to have something involving, because if we do baseball talk or whatever in the title, it cuts our audience a lot. But if we do sports, it could open it up a little bit so that, yes, we could still do 2 to 3 baseball videos a week, but if we threw an NBA video or an NHL video or some other sports in there too, football when it comes around, I think that would help build up the channel more. But that's just I know we're starting with baseball. I used to ask the chat and ask what pitchers we should do breakdowns every week would be awesome. Hey, and you guys can
definitely open that. And when I do those type of videos, the first one I'll do, I don't know exactly who the pitcher will be, but that'll be a channel that very well, and I could put it in. And one thing I could do is I can continue to use Google Forms and post them in the descriptions of the video and saying if you guys want any video ideas that you guys want us to cover, because I have no problem having my viewers come up with video ideas they want us to talk about or certain things that they want us to look at. Absolutely. If any viewers have anything that they would want to hear us talk about or anything along those lines, leave them in the comment section of the new channel, because if you guys leave it in the comment section, we will see it, because the channel won't be big at right off the rip. We will see it. Probably we will do it. If it's a topic that we can go off for 20, 30 minutes about, we will absolutely do it.
For sure. For sure. And we're all for doing what you guys want. So
yes,
as long as you guys are, respectful about it.
Yep. At the end of the day, the content's for the viewers as well.
Yep. It's for us, but it's for you guys. Dang, almost forgot. No more CFL videos. Yes, I don't do Canadian football. I don't. Sorry. That's just not something that's going to be up on the site. Second to last baseball game is breaking down. Just keep being different. You guys will blow up eventually. What kind of new shows will you guys be doing in the future? It won't be any live stuff, I don't think.
It'll be a lot of pre-recorded stuff.
It'll be a lot of pre-recorded stuff. It'll be more towards the different like player stats and
different narratives and topic ideas and stuff like that. Power rankings, breaking down different players and stuff like that.
Bold takes,
tier lists,
advanced analytics,
stuff like that.
Yeah, minor league stuff, college baseball stuff,
Q&As. There will definitely be videos where we put out community posts and stuff like that, and be like, give us your hottest baseball takes, or give us a question you want answered, or something along those lines. And we'll probably do Q&As and buy and sell. Well, I want to interact with the viewers a lot in this new channel. Like, I want to do buy and sell, stuff like that. Huh? Have
you made the channel yet?
I need to.
Okay. Try to, you know what, Nick? While I'm doing chats and stuff, make the channel so we can put the link in the chat so that people can start subscribing to it.
Yeah.
Blue Jays. If you're going to attack the Blue Jays, it's the only way to do it. Especially bad teams go over when you can win with them starting pitching. Do the Angels strike out a lot? I'm pretty sure they do. I have a decent nerfy here. Bassett hasn't regressed that much yet. No, he definitely has regressed from his.
His metrics says he shouldn't regress that much.
First 4 starts, 2 earned runs. Last 3 starts, 11 earned runs.
Oh, yeah, he had 1 bad start.
4, 4, and 3. It's going to be hard not to talk betting. For him, yes. Twinalytics for the show. Twinalytics. Ooh. Oh. I kind of like that.
See, when I'm creating the channel, when I'm creating, because I'm having to create, what do you call it? I'm creating a Google account real quick for it. It's gonna be a generic name right off the rip before we come up with the, but yeah, it's gonna be. But we'll have the name of everything for it.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sports betting is growing bigger and bigger every year. Yes. So all sports, balls to the wall and balls to the world.
It's gonna
love it, Lex.
Yeah, it's gonna
pick a funny name. I mean, yes and no. Let's go over all Asian pitchers and the up and coming. Yeah, we can have a video
international people, yeah,
for like a Roshai Sasaki, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Kodai Senga, and do it there. That would be cool. You can predict teams to win. What you think? Just no betting odds. That's what we're gonna do for the because I know we're gonna do an Omaha video, or a thing. We're gonna be predicting which teams we think are gonna win. We're just not gonna have any betting odds or anything. It's not gonna be betting. It's who we think can make it out of the regional or stuff like that. No betting odds whatsoever. Now here, betting. I'll have betting shows for Omaha. I'll do all that stuff. I'll have regional stuff. That I'll do my own thing here. But yeah, had to dust off the old Twitch account. Hell yeah. Earn my last stream minutes here. We're still going to be streaming to Twitch and YouTube. We're still streaming every day. ESP, hold on. Let me just clear. ESP's not dying. ESP is not dying. I'm going to be running it Monday through Friday. And then during football season, I might do like Saturday night shows or stuff. I'm still going to be doing ESP full time. It's not going away. So there will still be shows. Or the thing is, I can do weekends. I'll just have to start the show earlier on the weekends. Like it might be an 8 a.m. show then on the weekend if I decide to start doing that. We'll see. Oh, yeah, overseas pictures and Harry Prospect Watch. Yes. You guys should do a vlog going to an MLB game. Eventually. Take me with you. Well, Monday through Friday. No weekends. Yes. Let me run the Saturday night show or do it. Do it. That or I do it 8 a.m. in the morning or I do like the Saturday games on Friday night. Sunday games on Saturday night. And do like a late show. NHL playoffs are on the weekends. Need weekend shows.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be free pick videos for. I will be doing free pick videos for hockey. I will take over doing free pick videos for hockey during the playoffs. Regular season, maybe 1 or 2 a week. But during playoffs, I'll do one NHL video for playoffs. That I'll do a combo video each day of an NBA game and an NHL game for playoffs. And just maybe regular season next year, I'll do an NHL game, NBA day game, like I don't want to say a parlay video, but like a duo video. But there will be changes coming to ESB. But we'll talk about that more another time. 8 a.m. no problem. Nick, I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Thanks for your time and appreciate your love for the sports. Good luck from Chicago.
Appreciate it.
The target disappeared? It shouldn't have. I said it for like 3 hours. Don't worry. You know what, Untouchable? Don't worry about the target. Nick will do a dance at the end of the show. That'll be the last thing you see from. That'll be the last thing you'll see from Nick. $5 dono. Nick will dance at the end of the show, or a new member. Anyways, final MLB game, Nick.
Yeah, I'm trying to type in the new. No, I didn't mean to X everything out. No, damn it. We're off to a good start trying to. There we go. I wanted to minimize it, and I hit X. So great. Now I get to watch my line history load for 3 hours. We have Yoshinobu Yamamoto taking on Brendan Fod. We have the Dodgers minus 140, 145 road favorites. Total of 9 in this game. I will go over the pitchers first, and then we will get into the line history and the cash flow. Yoshinobu Yamamoto looks like the best pitcher in baseball, or best pitcher in the National League at the very least right now. 0.9 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, 11.03 strikeouts per 9, which is 42%. 2.93 walks per 9, a 247 BABIP, a 2.24 FIP, and a 2.59 SIERA. On the flip side, Brendan Fod, 3.79 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 7.81 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 1.56 walks per 9, a 310 BABIP, a 4.4 FIP, and a 3.54 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Dodgers. Hitting edge, Dodgers. 123 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 118, which is fourth. So both these teams hit really well. Taking a look at the line history in this game, it opened up with the Dodgers as minus 155 favorites. They're asking minus 138, a massive move towards these Diamondbacks. Line opened up at an 8.5, and it's now to a 9, suggesting Yoshinobu Yamamoto could be a little vulnerable in this game, which is interesting considering what we've seen so far from the Japanese right-handed pitcher. On the flip side, or for the cash flow, 87% of tickets and 93% of the cash is on the Dodgers in this game, and the line's moved heavily towards the Diamondbacks. And we have 67% of tickets and 62% of cash is on the over in this one as well. This total feels super high for Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Brendan Fod. Tells me that these pitchers get hit in this game a little bit. And I think one issue we have with the Diamondbacks right now is what their bullpen looks like. Because when you look at what the bullpen looks like for the Diamondbacks, there's no Justin Martinez, there's no AJ Puck. You have people like Ryan Thompson and Ginkel in the bullpen pitching high leverage situations right now, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but I'd rather have Puck and Martinez. And Brendan Pfaad's going to give you, 5 innings? So then you got 4 innings of bullpen. I think the Dodgers can get to that bullpen. And this is I feel like this total is high for a reason. I think that Yamamoto gets hit a little bit here in this game. And I think the Diamondbacks, the one thing I am worried about is the Diamondbacks bullpen for backing the Diamondbacks in this game. I think it's Arizona first 5 in this spot in this game, which is plus 125 over on ESPN Bet. I'll take that, and I'll grab the team total over here as well for Arizona, which is 3.5 minus 135. A little pricey there at Bovada. I think the juice is worth the squeeze, though, in this spot. The numbers, the markets are suggesting that this is the start that Yamamoto gets hit, and I'm gonna back that here. That Yamamoto gets hit, even though he has looked at like one of the best pitchers in baseball so far this year, if not the best pitcher in baseball, showing why the Dodgers gave him the contract that they did right out of Japan. So for me, even though with all that, my last plays will be the Diamondbacks money line, our first 5 at plus 125, and the team total over at 3.5 minus 135.
I think I'm going to give you this one on the site for your final play. We'll throw the Diamondbacks up for you. I'm going to personally stay off this game. Not really a spot. I want to see him struggle before I actually fade him, Yamamoto. But I'll back you with Arizona here, or at least I'll put it up for you as your final play. Go Diamondbacks for you.
Yeah. And I mean, what better way for me to finish off baseball than fading the Dodgers, right?
Right. Love it. Cool. Diamondbacks money line. Diamondbacks the over. D-backs smash righties. Okay. Well, I need a reason to keep my account active on Twitch. Haven't kept it active this year. All good. Taking a rare Nerfy along with the Arizona first 5. It does seem a little bit low with the best pitcher in baseball, but at the same time, the Diamondbacks are going to be one of the better teams in baseball too. D-backs money line the over. Very hitter friendly park in Zona. Last baseball bet ever for ESB for Nick.
Yep.
Snakes.
Yep.
I'm out. Good luck everyone today, and have a great last day, Nick. Go Snakes.
Appreciate it.
There you go. We're done with baseball, Nick. Let's head to the NBA playoffs.
Yeah. Let me. Okay, it's going to ask for something there because I'm currently creating the channel. The channel name is just going to be Earle Brothers for right now until we come up with a better name.
That's fine.
But yeah, let's get into this game here. This game is so tricky for this because there's 2 angles that I would love to use in this game. Unfortunately, those 2 angles would back both sides. All right. Line open up at a 10. It's now 10.5. So we do have a slight move towards the Timberwolves. Line open up to 2. It's now 201.5. So we have a move towards the under as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here. We have 73% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Warriors. The public all over the Warriors here at this spot. 79.90 on the over in this one here. I think the market could push me in one direction, which would be the Timberwolves in this game, laying the points. Because here are the two angles, Tim, that is really conflicting me for this game. You have one team who was embarrassed on their home court in game 1. And then the other team lost their star player. What the hell do I do? Those are two angles that I almost like to religiously bet. Unfortunately, they lead me into opposite directions here. So I don't know what to do with this game. The market tells me that this is Timberwolves by 20. So I guess that's my lean in this spot would be Minnesota to win the series. Minnesota's down 1 game in the series. They're minus 210 favorites to win the series still.
Well, no Curry.
No Curry. Yeah.
For probably the rest of the series.
Yeah. By the way, down 2-0 heading to New York, and that series is Peckham, by the way, between the Celtics and like that's
nuts. That's nuts.
That's no value to it. But yeah, I get that. Yeah, for me, I'm not betting this game. I mean, I'm not going to force action in this game, and I have conflicting angles. So ultimately, that'll lead me to no bet. If anything, maybe an over in this game with how bad they were offensively in game 1. So maybe a team total over for the Timberwolves or something along those lines. But for me, it's a lean towards Timberwolves in the over.
I already have the over up on the site. And I put it up last night at 201, and it's up to a 201.5 now. I'm just going to quickly read you off some stats from last game. Golden State scored 99 points, so they were the better team. They shot 39% from the field, 43% from the three-point line. So that's the reason why they won the game. Go over to Minnesota. And I'm going to expect some positive regression because there's no way in hell I'm thinking that this team shoots 5 for 29 from the three-point line again. They shot 17% from the three. Dude, if they double the amount that they hit, go 10 for 29, they're winning that game. And it's going over the total. Like, I just don't see them sinking that low again. Like that was a very shitty performance by the T-Wolves. And they shot 40% from the field. Like you can't do anything with that. You even had Anthony Edwards go 9 for 22. He was not good. And you got to expect a bounce back in some way from the Minnesota Timberwolves in this one. Keep in mind that was also a decent-sized layoff because they took care of the Lakers in 5. I think you could see an offensive game from the T-Wolves. It would be lean towards the T-Wolves. I took the over 201 in this one.
Fair.
In what world are the T-Wolves minus 495? In a world with no Curry and for the Warriors, and they're at home. I have to wait till I bet the team total. I could see live betting it. Golden State first half. I don't hate it, but at the same time, I could see Minnesota coming out and just going crazy. Warriors, Seth Curry, first game out in effect, or is this canceled because he left last game? It's kind of a conflicting one because we love to fade the star player going out, but at the same time, I mean, for every single game 2 so far, I bet the home team to bounce back, and the only one that did was Oklahoma City, but kind of 2 conflicting interests for that one. So that's why I chose a total. I want to bet the T-Wolves when they are plus 200, not minus 495. That's fair. 10.5 is disrespectful. It's not, considering it was a 7 last game. And then, so they're saying Curry's worth 3.5 points. Naz Reid loves to hit threes. Playoff Butler. Yes, playoff Butler. Warriors are 9-3 without Curry. Versus who? Yeah. All right, here's the new channel. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pull it up so I can subscribe to it too. Let me go click on, because I don't have the stream up on my thing. And this will be in the chat, or this will be in the description every single day now. Oh, you're already subscribed on ESB.
Yes, I did.
I'm going to go subscribe on my account. But this is going to be the channel that that's going to be the next kind of Next kind of thing for me and Nick.
Yep.
Sports talk, but no, what do you call it?
No betting.
No betting. All right, Nick. Hockey time.
Yep. Oh, my bad. This line's dramatically changed, by the way, and I'm trying to figure out why. Because I just bet this game Carolina -1 at -102. Because it was -165 for the money line now in this game with a total of 5.5. I mean, I was always intending on betting Carolina this game, and I will bet Carolina every single game of the series is the way I would go at it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do anything after this game, but I do have Carolina to win the series at 2 units at -150. I think Carolina is a clear and obvious better team. And you saw them dominate that first game. And I think if it wasn't for 6 posts for Carolina, that game for Washington was lucky to be a 2-1 overtime loss. That could have easily been 4-1 Carolina, 5-1 Carolina. If a couple of those shots didn't clink against the post and went into the net. We're looking at a blowout in that first game. And I think the advanced metrics are telling you everything you need to know about that game with this line now being 170. I need to see if there's got to be injuries or something for this game for Washington with the way this line is. Like I don't get why this line is the way it is for the Capitals. For what's going on with the Capitals here in this game for this line to jump up 30 cents. But I don't know why this line is the way it is. I would love to know. And I would love to know if I'm missing anything. If or anything along those lines. Why this line is the way it is. But I did bet the Carolina Hurricanes. Ryan, that shouldn't be it. Ryan Leonard out. But that's like a healthy scratch type of thing. That's he gets taken out of the lineup. I don't know why this line is the way it is, but with that being said, I am going to be still in Carolina on the -1 line. So yeah, for me, it's -1 for me for Carolina in that spot. I think once again, I said this last game, and I'm going to say it again this game. The Washington Capitals are a trap. And they're just making the Capitals more and more appealing to bet when everybody loves the Capitals in the series. So I'm fine with it. I wish I could have gotten the better number for the Hurricanes, obviously. But I'm on Carolina on the -1 line.
Sounds good. I'll go ahead and load that up for you, and I'll let you go talk to the chat for hockey time.
Yep. Let's see. Rockets, Portland, Spurs. Oh, they are 9-3 without Curry in the playoffs. Shout out Untouchable. There you go. Nick Loki loves the Capitals and Orioles. Just admit it. LOL. Best of luck in the future. Winning with Twins and that crazy psychopath Nick and Costco Timmy.
Now, Nick, yeah. You owe Untouchable something.
What?
Come on, Nick. Gotta do a little dance.
Here we go. Was that good?
Love it. Yep.
Cool.
Well, hopefully that works for you. All right. Keep going.
Capitals money line, regulation line, alt puck line, all before the major line movement. Okay. If the Canes play like they did last game, -1.5. Absolutely. Capitals money line and the under again. All right. Why? What's happening to this channel? Nothing's happening to this channel. I'm no longer going to be on it, but Tim's going to continue to run it.
Nick, with the career path that Nick wants to go through, go down. He is not allowed to do sports betting content because he wants to work for the NCAA.
Yes, my foot into the because in the grand scheme of things and everything along those lines, I graduate tomorrow. Wow, that's weird to say. I graduate from ECU tomorrow, and I get my degree in film, and it's time to put it to use. And the field that I want to go into is sports for film and video. And my foot in the door would be college athletics, ECU most likely. And NCAA has a policy where I'm not allowed to be affiliated with gambling because it can be considered insider trading. And they don't want me going to practices and stuff like that for ECU and be like, oh, the running back's limping today a little bit, but he's not on the injury report or something along those lines. They don't want me to do stuff like that. So that's something, or, oh, it looks like this guy's going to be the starter today instead of this guy or something along those lines. They don't want that, which I fully understand. I fully respect. It's the integrity of the game. And with the integrity of the game and gambling these days, it's really tough to be able to have that fine line. So, yes, I unfortunately am not going to be doing sports betting content anymore. We will be doing a baseball show, or we'll be doing baseball videos and stuff like that too. I want to continue talking sports. It's just going to be from a non-betting perspective.
There you go.
There you go. Canes dominate 5-on-5. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. Capitals first period. Nick's last show. Yeah, it is my last show. Oh, yeah, my guy, Ice, and I are on the same side again. There you go. Canes puck line. What do we think about the 5.5? I kind of lean low. I kind of lean under because I see this as a game where we saw 13 shots on goal, I believe it was, or 13 or 14 shots on goal for the Capitals in game one. I would be shocked if they get past 20. I think that Carolina is going to dominate the time of possession. They're going to really focus on shot suppression. And I would lean more towards a Caps team total under than I would a Canes team total over, personally. But I would lean towards both. I don't mind either. I could see this being 4-1 Carolina. Well, no Ryan Leonard. That's big. Not really. He's not looked good in these playoffs at all. Yeah. So, yeah. Sheesh. Yeah, under Robert. Canes team total over. Yeah. I didn't know Scheifele came back last night. I would have faded the Jets if I knew, but it is what it is. Yeah. Leonard and is no Snuggerud. Sorry, he's not there yet. Yep, exactly. Ranton and back-to-back Hatties is unreal. Never seen that before. That was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dab, Caps money line, and Ovechkin anytime goal. Yeah. More likes for Nick's show. For Nick's last show should be the most viewed and liked for the year. Yeah. Congratulations. Appreciate it. You got that. No. Yeah. If the Caps lose this game, break out the brooms, they're getting swept. Absolutely. I think that Carolina takes both in Raleigh. So that's why I was kind of that's why I said Canes in 5 to start the series off. Because if they take tonight's game, then yes, the series is over. And I'm actually kind of tempted to add that real quick because I wouldn't be adding sweet props to this series if what do you call it? If they were in Raleigh. Because if this series started in Carolina and the Carolina took the first 2 series in Carolina, then yeah, I would look towards backing Washington in game 3. Plus 350 Carolina to sweep. I'm probably going to add that for half a unit. I'm probably going to add a few series props before the end of the show, which actually I'm going to go ahead and type those out and actually I have to shop them around and everything like that. So I'll post them after the show. But I'm going to back the the Panthers to win the series. I'm going to back Carolina to sweep. Those will be the two I'll add.
There you go. Sorry, I was responding to somebody on Twitter. Final game, Nick. You get the Edmonton Oilers. You get the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas is minus 135, an absolute collapse from them. Ugly game yesterday or 2 days ago from them. Bounce back spot?
I think the Oilers win the series in 5. I think this is a series the Oilers dominate, honestly. And Vegas could squeak out this game, but I think very similar to the Carolina-Washington series, I want to be on Edmonton every single game. And I am on them here in this spot. I got plus 115 with the Oilers on the money line in this game. This is an Oilers money line. This is an Oilers team that I backed all through the playoffs last year, up until the Stanley Cup. And this is an Oilers team that I'm going to back all through the playoffs this year, probably through the Stanley Cup, if they make it that far. But for me in this spot, I'm right back on Edmonton. I think they're the better overall team. And I think this Oilers team will get better as the series goes along. And here's also my advice. If you like the angle Vegas scores first, live betting the Oilers is so good. If the Oilers go down at any point in this game and you can get plus 200 on them, bet it immediately. Just take it. Just take it. Because the Oilers have been a team that have been giving up first goals a decent amount in the series and coming back in games. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But for me, my last game here, I'm on Edmonton. I'm on Edmonton at plus 115 in this game.
I'm against you, but I put the Oilers up for you. So it's the last day. I have Vegas making the cup. If they go down 2-0, then they're done. But I put the Oilers up for you.
Head over to the because I'm trying to find the odds for those two series.
Okay. Congrats, Nick.
Appreciate it.
Slaving goal.
Don't hate it.
Even after he hit the game winner, right?
He got the game winning goal last game. Yep.
2 goals in 3 games for Slavin. Vegas reg, Vegas puck line, Vegas money line. Damn it, Ice, you copied my play. Over 6.5. We could easily see a 3-3 game at one point, right?
I would look more towards an Oilers team total over. Honestly, the one thing I have noticed is that I feel like the blue line has been a little bit better than people think for the Oilers so far this year. These playoffs.
There you go. Draisaitl goal. Can see that. Touchable. Run it back with the under. Let's go, Nick. What was that text message from him? Okay. I'm going to skip this comment, Nick, the last one, because that will be the last comment we read.
Okay.
Nick is a legend. Nick, I truly wish you the best. Thank you for everything, for teaching me the ways of betting on hockey and the right way with you and Tim's betting style and thinking. I'm not going anywhere. I just want to make this clear again. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. Nick is. ESB is still going to run Monday through Friday. I'll have guest stars on. If any of you guys want to join me for streams and stuff, I will still be here. I know that's kind of been weird. I know a lot of people might be a little bit confused and stuff. Nick's leaving. I'm not. So I just want to, because a lot of the comments just seem a little bit confused. I just want to make that clear. Hyman goal, anytime point. Boucher, anytime point.
Bouchard,
sorry. Back and forth. Then one would oppose the other, and the whole world is on this team. VGK needs to win this game.
Of course they do.
It's the playoffs. You need to win every game. No way they lose again, right? All
No
that
way.
crazy shit.
No
Excuse
chance.
my language. I know, right? Take care, bud, and congrats. The VGK changed their lines a bunch every game.
Yeah, they do.
Ice X is Nick's best friend.
Yeah. Much respect for Ice X.
Gonna miss Nick and talking betting. Yeah, the hockey volume will drop. I like his takes for the games. Found some gems. I will still do hockey. Might not be as much on the shows, but I will still do hockey. And then we'll bring up this comic. This will be the last one we read off, and then we'll kind of head out from there. Good luck, Nick. Again, very proud of all your success. Love you, buddy. Been amazing watching you both together.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Nick. It's been great. It's been a great 3.5 years. Sorry, I'm going to miss this. I love you. Anyways.
Fuck.
We'll see you guys. Thank you. I'll be back Monday with the first show solo. Nick's graduation tomorrow. Off for the weekend. I'll see you guys Monday. Thank you.